Yes, when you are updated.
Ma'am, for every constructor, we have to declare it as public, or we don't need to, ma'am.
If you're declared with the public, you can access that constructor members anywhere. If you are not specified anything, it is by default. Access modifier it will take. It's your wish. You can declare or not.
If I declare as public, it can be used in other classes. Is that right, ma'am? Otherwise, it can be used only here in the
We
present
will
class.
not access constructor anywhere. Will not inherit. It is not possible. So just we will access those members, not a constructor.
Only constructors can be used in the same class, ma'am.
Yes. So make that constructor as a public only. I'm continuing. Okay.
One constructor we defined the first one to with two variables without public, and after that we declared as public. So we can be declared as public or without public. If it is not, how does this differ, ma'am? If it is used only in this class, using public or not public?
Public means anywhere you can access. A default means within the class, different class, package and all you can access. If we are not prefixed with any modifier, access modifier, it will act like it will specify it as a default access modifier.
This can be used anywhere, not in anywhere, only in this class, ma'am. Ma'am, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, ma'am.
See, if it is a public, okay, within
Uh-huh.
the class, different class, wherever you want, you can access that particular. But
Oh,
constructor, we will not inherit or we will not use some another class and all. That is not possible. You will get what what is inheritance and all. If it is a not public, okay, so you can use that member within the class or within the package. Only two thing you can use within the class, within the package. Different class, different package. It is not possible.
so default can be used in this class only, ma'am, not in other classes in the same
Yes,
package.
yes,
Public can be used in the whole package.
yes.
And project two, ma'am.
Hmm?
Can I try? I will try. Can I use this constructor in the different packages?
How you will use same constructor in different packages, different classes? Why you will use constructor like while creating object? You should specify this constructor is belongs to this class.
Okay, okay. Okay, ma'am. Got it.
Got it?
Uh-huh. Thanks, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then today we'll start a new concept. Oops concept. So what all are the principles of OOPS? What is mean by OOPS?
Object-oriented programming.
Object oriented programming language. Yes. So what all are the principles of OOPS we have?
Inheritance, encapsulation,
Hmm.
polymorphism, abstraction, interface.
So OOPS means object oriented. So this object oriented programming has the following principle. So what all are the following principles are there? So first one, encapsulation. And next one, inheritance. Polymorphism. Abstraction. Then interface. Mainly only these four. To achieve this abstraction, we'll use interface as well as in inheritance, one type of inheritance. So one by one, I will let you know what is an encapsulation, how to achieve next inheritance, all the things. Just to take down this. So here first one, what is encapsulation? So suppose encapsulation means a real-time example. Let us think of WhatsApp, okay? So in a WhatsApp, so we will like WhatsApp is an object or not? So WhatsApp is an object. What are the attributes? WhatsApp is not an object. We can't see WhatsApp.
It is an app, ma'am. I can see that.
We can see that. We can use that, right?
Yeah,
So what are the attributes of WhatsApp?
it is visible with a symbol and with a color. Uh, if we, I mean, activities are different, behavior is different, but I can see that with a symbol.
So what are the profile, pictures, something. Okay. Then next.
We can send text messages as well as audio messages.
Okay, we can send messages. These are the attributes.
Video calling, chats,
Calling,
Sharing files.
status, profile photos, and
status,
everything like that.
something, photos. You can upload.
Creating groups.
Creating a groups. So these all are
As installed also.
okay. These all
Yeah.
are attributes. What is a behavior?
We can create communities to share messages, to
And
conduct
end-to-end
meetings.
encryption.
End-to-end encryption. Okay. We
Share
can
files.
we can share files, communication, something and all. Okay.
Audios and videos. Share audios and videos.
So attributes and particular behavior we will store inside a WhatsApp. Yes or no? Everything will be binded into app called WhatsApp. Yes or no? So WhatsApp is one object. Payment option also available. Yes. So what is encapsulation means? We will bind something, attributes and behavior of particular object. So why we will bind? Suppose to this WhatsApp will provide a lock. Some patterns like a locks we will provide. What is the need? We have to provide some locks and all for security purpose. So because other can't see, we will hide something data. So we will restrict the data, right? So here what is the meaning of encapsulation means? We will bind. So binding, the process of binding the state means attributes and behavior of an object together. Is called as encapsulation. Wrapping up of data also nothing but encapsulation. So where normally while doing program, where we will store states and behavior, where we will create.
Class.
So in a class. So how we can achieve encapsulation? We can achieve encapsulation with the help of class. So we can achieve encapsulation with the help of class because class contains both states and behavior. So because class has both state and behavior. Of an object. So what is the advantage of encapsulation? So we can hide the data as well as security. So advantage by using this encapsulation we can achieve data hiding. So we can hide the data. And next thing, security. We can provide security. Clear up to this? So normally in a programming like here, how we will hide the data. So up to this clear means take down this. completed. Chandu, you are new to this class. Yes. You are done with up to constructor concept. Okay. So how to hide the data? We should provide a security, right? So first we have to hide the data. So how to hide the data? So we can hide the data with the help of private access modifier. So private modifier. So private is an access modifier. Suppose any member, if we prefixed with a private, any variable, method, anything, so we can access those members within the class only. So private is a class level modifier. So that means if the members of the class prefixed with a private modifier, then we can access that member only within the class. So in a different class and all, directly we can't access. Only within the class. So we can access that particular private members. Suppose, okay, you're taken something, for example. So class. So inside a class, we are declared one member. So int I equals to 40. So we want to like restrict this member. So we'll prefix that member as private. next method, whatever we want, we can create. We can make a private methods. Suppose let us think private void m1 method. So one is attribute like one variable, and one method we are prefixed with a private. So something will print here sopln of hello. So within the class, if you have created a main method, okay, so you can access this int a int b. Let us think inside this class only public static void main. I'm created a main method. Now these all are non-static members, so I will create an object. So p1 equals to new of p. So sopln of I am printing. So I will get a 40. So I want to call that method p1.m1. So I will get output as a hello, because here within the same class we are accessing private members. So it is a correct. So same thing. So members you created in one class and you're trying to access in another class. Suppose for example, so class name. So here private int a equals to 20. You are declared. So now what you will do means in another class you will create a main method. So class B. Inside a class B, you will create object of class A, because class A member only we want to access. So A equals to new of A. Now I'm trying to access inside a class B, class A member. The members are in a private. Suppose A dot A1 dot that variable A. sopln of values. So we'll get a 20 as output. So no, well,
Class level modifier, we cannot use this A inside class B.
yes. So if you try to use, what you will get?
Error,
Compile time.
compile time error.
So private members means we can access within the particular class. If we try to access in another class directly, we'll get a compile time error. So clear with private modifier, how we have to use.
Ma'am, can you explain again?
So any member you're prefixed with a private. So you can access that member within the class. So inside of class P only, I'm created a main method. So I'm accessing here only. So it is a correct. So inside a class A, I'm created one private member. In another class, main method is here. In class B, I'm trying to access class A member. So the member is a private. So it is not possible. If any member prefixed with a private means we can access those members within the class. In other classes, not possible. If you try like that means you will get compiled error. So if you're clear with this means tick down. Suppose if we want to access private member in a different class, can we access? So if we want to share some private data to others, we can share, right? So here also by using some methods. So in different class, we can access private members. Okay, take down this. Completed, okay. So what is mean by data hiding? So for example, class, so inside a class, just we have created a members. So it is a public. Let us think you can make public. And method also you created M1, that is also public. So if members are public, can we access class A members into class B? So this class A members, by creating that class object, we can access inside this class directly. Or indirectly also we can access by creating object and all. So if it is a public member, wherever we want, we can access within the class or different class directly or indirectly. It's our wish. Suppose same thing if members are a, this is without a data hiding. So we are not hiding the data. So without data hiding. So with the data hiding means what we have to do? So inside a class, how to hide the data?
The modifier as private.
So we'll use a private. So private. So int a we are taken. So something methods and all the methods, everything is a private. So in a class B also. So some private members are there. So methods we are created. So now I want to access this private member int a inside a class B. So directly I can access private members in a different class. So it is not possible. So we can't access private members in a different class directly. Then how to access? So indirectly through methods we can access private members. So indirectly how to access? Through methods. Normal methods we will use? No. So first, what is mean by data hiding? Means restricting direct access. We can indirectly access that private members through methods. Is nothing but data hiding. So if we hided any data directly, it is not possible to access. So we can access indirectly through methods. So data hiding means process of restricting the direct access of the member of the data members of an object and provides indirect secured access of the member via methods. Of the same object. So is called data hiding. So what is mean by data hiding means directly it is not possible to access that private members. Suppose if we want to access that private members in a different class, so indirectly we can access those members through methods. So what is that methods? I will let you know. Clear with this what is mean by data hiding? So an encapsulation, what is encapsulation? How to achieve encapsulation? How to prefix the member as a private? If we prefix to private, what we can achieve? So data hiding we can achieve. Everything you have to explain clearly, not only definition. Yes. Any concept, whatever they will ask, you have to explain entirely, whatever the things you know in that particular concept. If you completed means tell me. Completed. Okay. So now here to access a private members, which methods we will use? Suppose what are the steps to achieve data hiding? So steps to achieve data hiding. So first thing we have to make that member as a private. So step 1, prefix data member of the class with the private modifier. So next step, so design. So to access private member in a different class, so design a getter and setter methods. So what is a getter method, how to use, and what is a setter method? So first one, a getter method. So whenever we want to read private data, so we will use a getter method. So getter method, it is used to fetch the data or read the data. We will use. So whenever we are reading the data, we have to return back. Yes or no? Suppose we are reading for exam or you are reading for mock. So whatever we are preparing, we have to return back, right? We have to write it down in exam and all. So whenever we are reading a data, we have to return back the data. So what will be the return type of getter method? So the return type of the getter method is the type of hidden value. That means which type of data we are reading. We have to use that particular return type. Suppose if we are reading private integer type, so return type will be integer. Or suppose if it is a string type. So for example, how we will use this getter method. For example, class employee. So employee has a ID. Suppose int ID, a string name. So first step, we have to make that member as a private. So private and private. Now I want to read this private member integer into ID. So to read the data, we will use a getter method. So public. So I want to read here ID. What is the data type for ID? So it's an integer. So int. So what is the return type? Int. So we will use a getter method for reading purpose. So you can use getter as it is or get ID. So we are reading ID. So whenever the method return type is primitive or non-primitive, we have to return back the data. Yes, how to return back the data?
Statement.
With the help of return keyword. So return, what is data here? What we will return here?
We have to pass a value.
ID.
You are just reading. Yes, so ID. We have to return back. So same thing for name. You want to read private name. So you will create one more method. So how to create for a name?
Public static, public string get name.
So public string. So you can create anything as a method name. So you can use a getter or get name. Suppose get n I will create. So here it is a string type. So return. What we have to return here? Yes, name. So like this, to read a private members, we'll use a getter method. Return a name. Clear with the getter method?
We can write get ID or getter or any name with get or how
Yes,
that
but you
works.
have to use get at least. Method, you have to use method name.
Method name is get. We can use anything after that.
Yes. Instead of get ID, you can use directly getter only, that particular method name. But all the times method name should not be seen. Again, we'll get an error.
The keyword is get. We have to use that method keyword, and then the name we can give.
It is not a keyword. Method name only getter.
If I use getter ID, is that okay, ma'am?
Yes.
I have to use getter every time and then add any name, and variable name, like that.
It's your wish, like what you are getting, what type of data you are reading. For your understanding, you can read. So I'm reading ID. So get ID. I'm returning back ID. So you can easily understood. You will get idea what we are doing actually here.
Get name or getter name,
Yes.
get ID, like get address. Get is the keyword, like not. I mean, the word we have to keep in a very written. I mean, to get the value.
Yes. So whenever you want to read private data, you will create a getter method.